The pretty tree again. Okay, we're live.
We're live, just like that.
Yes.
Oh, we're all messed up. We're all reversed. I can't handle this. Hang on a second. I
I like that it was almost like we danced for a second.
that was like really bothering me there. We needed to fix it.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I'm Sandy.
I am Chloe. This is
Night Right.
This is Night Right. Oh God. Yeah. What are you working on tonight?
So as long as I have energy, I'm going to keep trying to outline my Mortal Inheritance fantasy series so that I have my cover thing can happen in like 3 weeks. And then when I get tired and cannot focus, which could happen in the next like 30 minutes, I'm going to read your story, your Abe's Summer Vacation.
Awesome.
Yes.
I felt like I was busy all day and actually didn't know work, which I guess is something that does happen, just not usually to me. But I guess, I don't know. I really need to be working on, I haven't written a short story today. And I'm still like super behind on that from when we lost the cat and I couldn't work for a week. So I have that, but then I also have the Vela project, which I am actually like words are actually happening for. I am at about 1,000 words on that project, which of course is like 40 minutes of work for me, but it is progress.
I mean, progress is a good thing. So.
Yeah.
I'm also I should work on my Vela thing, but I feel like this is good concentration time for other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
God,
I had like a day. There was a lot of crying during the day.
Aww.
There was a lot of like, and we took a walk, and it turns out that
hopefully the baby and not you.
What?
Hopefully the baby and not you.
Yes.
Lots of crying today.
Yeah, I mean that's not always the case, right? Sometimes the baby cries, mom cries, and that's like a whole thing. But I like all day long I had my computer next to me, and I was thinking like I should totally be proofreading while I'm doing tummy time or something, right? Like I should like have the baby with his like toys that I'm a little bored with at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have my computer on the other side. But that requires me to have the energy to like hoist the computer with me all over the place. I just don't yet.
And that's too much.
It's too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're like using a circular saw. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay, good. Because it sounds like it's directly outside my window. Okay, let's get a sprint going. I'm gonna share screen. I think I'm gonna work on my Vela project. And
work on your Vela project.
A short tonight. Or like stay up until 3:00 in the morning writing a short, like I did yesterday. Not writing a short, I just couldn't sleep last night. So maybe I also like plan for that and actually work when I can't sleep. Anyways, we're gonna sprint for 10 minutes. Yeah, so we'll see you guys at 16 past.
Okay.
Start. Oh God, did it crash?
It's not.
Did you crash?
It's not running.
Okay. All right, you guys start writing, and I'm going to get another timer going.
Do you want me to do the Google timer real quick?
I thought I was done with that scene. I was like, I'm just gonna type out these last couple of words, and then like those last couple of words turned into like maybe I need a whole other paragraph here. That I was like, I need to get flip back.
Yeah, I got like some thought done there, but nothing concrete. Just fine. It's fine. Yeah.
I wrote about 100 words, which is okay. It's 100 words. And yeah, I'm almost finished with my first scene of my first chapter.
That is good. Somebody has asked about the 9-day novella day 9 video. It won't load for you because it was never posted. And I believe that is the how to turn your thing into an ebook video that I was going to do, but nobody. So I did the 9-day novella in person, or at least I tried to do it in person with a group of people. And by the time we got to that day, I only had like 3 people who were still like sticking it out with me. And I think there were, how did that go? So one, I think totally ignored what we were doing. Another like tried to take a bazillion notes, but I don't think she ever actually was able to materialize an ebook. And the third like left halfway through and after a comment that went something like, so you use 12 programs for this.
Do you really use 12 programs?
At the time, I was using a ton of things. I was using like Scrivener, and I was using Calibre, and I was using various EPUB checkers online, and I was using Word. Yeah, it was a pretty intense process. And then I switched to, the publisher, Adobe InDesign. Yeah. Which I am now trying to get myself out of. Because I don't want to pay $33 a month.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's craziness, and I think that like it's not.
Have you? So they only. I'm sorry that I am like stopping you dead in the middle of it, but it is absolutely in this conversation, and I feel like it's the correct direction to go in. So InDesign is only print books, not ebooks, right?
No, that's the thing that kind of sucks is it actually is ebooks. But I mean, I was doing ebooks with Scrivener previously.
Okay.
So it's not like that's a huge sacrifice. And hello to Alley Cat and Roslyn and Angara Golden Hand.
Golden Hand is what I call her.
Golden Hand.
Yes. I don't actually know. I'm sorry if I misgendered you. But anyways, so I bought and I still haven't used yet. And I don't know if there is a free trial that you can try and tell me how it is. I think it was like $50. I didn't pay $50 for it because I got it on sale. But Infinity Publisher.
Yeah.
Affinity? Have you looked into it?
So I bought it because it was $50. And at some point 2 or 3 years ago, I thought, God, I should totally just use the program that I love for other things, and like get used to this. And then I was being a little neurotic. You mean
like use Adobe because you knew that already?
Well, no, I mean, I had to learn Adobe, but I had used Affinity Design and Affinity Photo.
Gotcha.
And I love those. I think they're like much better for somebody like me who doesn't have a graphic design background. Like they're just a little easier. Probably with a few less options, but like options don't always make things good,
Yeah.
So I was really excited about Publisher, which is the Affinity version of InDesign. And if you're watching, so Affinity, it's like a one-time fee for these various programs. Whereas like Adobe, you're always paying monthly and you're paying high monthly prices for various things.
I paid because I got it on sale. I got it on like a Black Friday sale, but like, computer software sales happen like 6 times a year. I'm sure that there's going to be like a summer sale coming up or whatever. I believe I paid for like a single month of InDesign to get that program forever. And I've only used it once and I got really, really confused by it, but it could be because I literally don't have any experience using any program like this. So I wasn't sure if it was that or if it really is very confusing, like how it compares to InDesign.
Oh, Publisher?
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure how it compares. What I do know is that when I bought it a couple years ago, it could not do ebooks where InDesign could.
They are still working on it. It is something that they have put out statements saying that they are actively working on it.
Really?
But the current version of it does not have it yet. But like, it's basically like we're waiting for Scrivener 3 to come out.
Really?
It's going to be the next big thing that they do with it, according to recent statements.
I mean, except that Affinity actually does move. Like, those people are constantly improving their stuff.
I just didn't have another like program with a massive update that I could compare it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did that, that'd be amazing. It would be, and I wish that I wish I had just started with Publisher instead of InDesign, but there weren't but Publisher was not, I mean, it was brand new. It still had a lot of like quirks in it. So, and I'm basically just now going to have to sort of like redo all my templates, I think, but I think that's worth it to not pay $33 a month.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a program that I use twice a year.
Yeah. And like, I literally have 2 things right now that I absolutely need to get formatted for paperback. Books that like, oh my God, +3 came out months ago. And that should have been put out into print. And now I've got my Shifter anthology. They both need to be put out to print. And I have been dragging because I said I was never going to use Microsoft Word to do a PDF again. But because of that, I also haven't done them yet.
My drag with Adobe is I don't have time right now to like quit the program. Like that would require me to be able to do bookkeeping, and I'm barely able to manage my taxes.
Right. It's a mess. Let's go ahead and do our next sprint, and we'll see if we can actually be productive in one way. Maybe that's what I'll try to do tomorrow when I'm procrastinating on doing the cover for summer vacation. Okay, that is time. Did you get anything done, Sandy? You are muted.
Yes, I'm making slow progress, but I feel like there is progress being made. What about you?
I wrote words. I don't know how many.
Good.
I feel like I wrote a decent chunk of words. I thought I was at like 1,300, and now I'm only at 1,552. But that looks like more than 250 words right there. So maybe I was wrong. But also, I am in Wavemaker, so I cannot just like highlight and see how many words that is. Right? No, I cannot. Okay.
Oh.
But anyways, I wrote words. Yay. And during that sprint, we had, oh God, my mouse is jumping. There we go. We had Lee join us. Thank you so much. And we had Zyfax. I am going to pronounce that Zyfax. Join us and got some editing done. Lee got 420 words to finish a chapter. Very well done. Congratulations. And Golden Hand is procrastinating by doing covers for future books that they may never write. I feel that in the depths of my soul. You know, if your covers are solid enough, you can always just sell them. If you never use them, you just sell them. Apparently, people even sell covers on like Etsy these days. So I say these days, they might have been doing it forever. I just recently found it out. Anyway.
God, the number of times I have like created a cover just because it's not good. It's for sure not good.
And meanwhile, I have like 3 covers that I need to do, and I haven't done any of them yet, and I don't know what I'm doing with them. Let's see. Just joined for the first time. Hey, Morgan. I love working with people. Working on reports for grad school does not sound fun. But good luck to you. And Ellie edited 88 words. What video game? I know you said that you're playing a video game with your brother. What video game are you playing? I'm just curious. But yeah, I've already made a cover for the book that Sandy has right now for beta reading. The cover is ridiculous and it doesn't work, and I need to have like a legitimate cover. All the covers in that series are ridiculous, but this one is like too ridiculous and it needs to go. I need to have like a standard cover for it because it's supposed to be a damn reader magnet.
Yeah. Yeah, you need something you can use for all your reader magnets. Something easy.
Yes. Yeah. And then I have, for my Vela project, I need to get a cover for that. And I was going to put some of my short stories into anthologies because they're already written. I just need to package them up. Yeah, but I have to come up with titles and also covers for those then. And I really don't know like how many to put in an anthology for what it is and what they are. It's weird. I don't know. Allie is playing Call of Duty World War II though. Awesome. I can't play first person shooters, so I've never played any of the Call of Duties, but yes.
I
have a potato.
I started uploading stuff to Vela, I think that was in the last week.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And I'm only able to do this because I have a previous project that was like actually like I've got a substantial amount of work done on that project. And now I have some fears of what's going to happen when I run out of like written chapters, it's hard enough just to like go back and edit a chapter. And I think I might have like 6 or 7 of them that I can actually post with like a small amount of work, right? But then what happens after that?
Yes.
I'm going to be in trouble. It's going to be an issue, but I'm still really excited about this whole Vela thing. I think it could be really cool. And so you guys, so one thing I did manage to do, like besides just general outlining, I went to cancel my Adobe plan, thinking like I should do that, right? Like I should do that. And they offer you a free month before you cancel. So
Oh, you also need to be careful with them. I don't know what it applies to, but some people are getting popped with like a $200 fee if they cancel.
I've had that happen because you sign up for like a 12-month contract.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that you're not somehow getting, like, you're not breaking your contract. Yeah.
So make sure you're not doing that, but also don't fall for a free month. Because again, you could literally just go buy another copy of Affinity Publisher for the cost of that month.
I know. I mean, the biggest reason to keep it, right, is that it would be nice for like a month to have it so that I could do things like try to export the text from some of my current projects.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because the biggest problem, of course, with like leaving is you can't open an InDesign document like anywhere else. So it doesn't open in Publisher.
You need to make sure that you have it exported into another format that you can access it. Yes.
Like at the very least, I need the text.
Yeah.
And that's still a lot of work. But yeah.
So now's probably not the time to deal with that.
No, but like I was thinking the other day, as I'm doing my taxes and looking at my expenses were lower this year than last year. That's good. They're still ridiculously high. Like I'm still spending way too much money on something I am barely making money on, right? Mm-hmm. So I gotta jettison like a lot.
Oh yeah, and you have to be careful of that because you F up your status if you take a hit for too many years.
Yeah, I am. The
hobby thing, I don't understand it because I don't really deal. I haven't had to deal with taxes yet for this, and I shouldn't ever be like taking a hit. Like I should definitely be in the black this year, but apparently if you're in the red for too long, the IRS, like your status gets jacked up with them.
Yeah. And you, I mean, right. So like this year I didn't report the vast majority of my expenses. Like I think I reported a loss, but the loss is like $150, not like the, thousands that it truly is. And I feel a little annoyed that my accountant let me claim expenses last year too, but that's last year. It's okay.
Leah says she thinks it's 7 years. Okay. I had heard 3 somewhere. Probably a 20 books to 50K conversation, but like whoever knows with stuff like that. And again, it wasn't something I know. It came up for me with like somebody being like, how long is it? Or I don't even remember what the question was. I think they were at that point where it was about to happen. And they didn't know what to do because they had lost money again this year. And then a bunch of us were like, well, just don't report that you lost money. Just don't tell them.
You have to report that you made money, right?
Changed. Awesome. Thank you for the update on that. Okay.
Really? That's helpful to know. So you can report a loss for 7 years. That's
good.
That is good. And also I feel a little depressed that I have this problem. But definitely I need to. So I'm looking at my expenses and being like, oh my gosh, I need to like cut some of these. Like I need to get rid of whatever I can. And some things I can't get rid of easily. Like I can't easily get rid of websites necessarily.
Right.
But I won't have like I could do things like not worry about filing the copyright thing because, oh my God, the likeliness that I'm actually going to sue someone over a copyright. And I mean, so that's a whole thing. But then I realized, I mean, we're 5 months into the year, right? Like I've had 5 months here where my writing business has been basically at a standstill. Why haven't I dropped some of these expenses already? Like that's a big thing.
And that, like, that is the thing with me for Adobe. Specifically that one thing, like everything else I can kind of justify. That like I don't use it that often, but it's okay. But in design, especially in your situation, but for anybody, if you're like, it would literally be cheaper for most authors to just pay somebody to do the formatting for them. Because how often are you realistically putting out a book?
Yeah.
That like, if I have absolutely no idea how much that is charged. I can't imagine that it's that expensive though, because it doesn't take that long to format it if you're just doing the formatting.
It could be a couple $100, but more importantly, if you're gonna do it yourself, why not use the program you pay once for, right? Like I don't have enough business right now to justify.
I can't imagine that unless you are a rapid releaser, and I kind of hope that if you are a rapid releaser that you have the money where you can just outsource it anyways. But I feel like unless you're a rapid releaser, that like $300 a year, whatever it turns out to be, just isn't worth it if that's all you're using it for. Like, of course, there are other applications for it where it is a viable cost. I just don't think it's a viable cost for people who are formatting a paperback book and formatting an ebook, where like there's decent ebook software that is completely free. And again, like if you really need to, you can outsource that paperback.
Yeah.
Or like literally buy vellum and a damn Apple. What the hell are they called? Macs.
Yeah, right.
Like Mac and Cat. Anyways, we should do a sprint because we've been rambling for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Let's do 20. I forgot to switch this back to I meant to do 20, not 25 this time. But let's do 20 this time, and then we'll be able to get another 20 in at least. Yeah, I do most of mine. Lee just said that they do theirs in Word, and that's where I do the Smashwords guide. By the way, I swear up and down by, especially because it teaches you how to actually build a table of contents instead of just like hitting a button and praying that it works. Yeah, Word works great for formatting a ebook as long as you're not really picky about it. It will look professional. You just have to accept that there are a couple of things that you're not going to be able to do, but you can still get a totally professional ebook out of it. Anyways, let's do our next sprint. We're going to go for 20 minutes. It is 9:04, so we'll see you guys at 9:24. Okay, that is time. How'd you do, Sandy?
Good. I think I've outlined one side arc. Oh, but I made my story way too complicated. I have to. I need to simplify things in like a serious way. What about you?
I did some writing. I think I got about 300 words there, and then I got stuck on what fabric this dress would be made out of. But because it's made out of a pinstriped tuxedo or suit or whatever that would be. It,
Like a
would,
wool, right?
would it be wool? Because that was my initial thought. And then I was like, I don't know if it's like that shiny stuff, if it's actually still wool or not. But like, I don't want it to be cheap. Like, I certainly don't want it to be polyester. And then when I Googled it, like, Ralph Lauren has one that's 75% cotton. And I'm like, I really don't think I want this to be cotton.
No, you need to know what like a Brooks Brothers suit is made out of. I'm now looking this up because now I want to know.
Yeah.
Um.
So yeah, Lee says, is it Lee or is it Leah? I think I've said both this time. But you're saying wool, and I believe you are correct about that. I don't know why, but like once I mixed pinstripe in, I was like, I don't know which way it goes. Also, Golden Hand are you asking for the paperback font is the like script font, and the ebook is um the ebook is the serif font. Which one is it that you are looking at? And then I will be able to tell you which one it is. I use different fonts between the paperback and the ebook because I really liked how the paperback font looks on a paperback, but it's hard to read in a thumbnail. So I know it's crazy, but I use two different fonts on my covers.
The Milano Fit Pinstripe 1818 suit that cost $1,098 at Brooks Brother is
That's the one that I want.
in the U.S. or Italy.
Okay.
From the world's finest fabrics and woven in Italy, and it is made from 100% wool.
Okay, perfect. It better be Italian as well. Like it better not have been woven in the United States. I want it woven in Italy. Can you make sure that the one you give me is from Italy? Oh, you know what? Golden Hand said it looks like the dolphin font, which I don't know, but if I look that up, I will answer that question for myself. Let me see what that is, and then
do you have a set of books back there, by the way? Did I ask you that before? Like, I feel like there's some of your books, like Ray.
Yes, that is absolutely just all of my. What? Oh, the font that my name is in is Euphorogenic, which I believe is still available for free on Creative Fabrica. That is the font that I use for my name for everything. Yeah, those are print. What the hell are they called? Not author prints, but proof copies. Yes.
Yeah.
Euphorogenic. I'm going to see if I can get a link for you. I love this font. Yes, and it is still free. I should link it in both in case anybody is curious. Also, if anybody is just looking for fonts in general, Sandy is the reason that I know of Creative Fabrica. The site is amazing, and they have like freebies and dollar fonts every week, and then several times a year, they have massive sales where like hundreds or thousands of fonts go on sale for like 90% off.
Wonderful.
So it is a great way to stock up on fonts that tend to be high quality and also all for commercial use.
Yeah. No, I love that because I think
Did that just popped up everywhere, didn't it? Sorry, I'm spamming everybody.
no, that was I did it a second
you did
time
that.
because it's actually like kind of tricky to find the free font page sometimes.
It is.
Like I don't know what happens, but I feel like for whatever reason, like the link isn't always there.
Yes. Oh,
But,
yes. So when they have their big sales, that freebie tab becomes the sales tab. That's exactly what's happening. Where it, like, if you were looking at their site right now, where it says freebies next to discount deals and daily gifts, that will just become like where their sale tag is. So then you can't find the freebies. But yeah, there's tons of fonts there. Every day there's a new free font. If you sign up for their newsletter, you get like a free font a week as well. Love that site.
I wish I'd done. I wish I had known about this site like much earlier. Like I feel like I would have had better covers from way early on. Although that being said, I use like the same ones over and over again for various things.
What was the last cover that I did? Was it literally? It might have just been. It might just be in my ebooks. The ebooks for the Candy for Demon series. If I remember correctly, that font that I use on it is literally just like the generic Microsoft Footlight font that I went through like thousands of fonts. And then I was like, what about this shitty Microsoft one? Oh, actually, I love this.
You gotta use what works. Yeah. This is also all in the name of like keeping things relatively inexpensive because right? Because otherwise you never make profit.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's that point with fonts where sometimes I feel like I'm just doing everything I can to get the font that looks exactly like the font that I want, but isn't that font because it's like Times New Roman, you know? Yeah. But like, no, this is absolutely just a Times New Roman vibe, and I need to go with it. Footlight again, but Times New Roman, of course, is always the best one to go with for that.
Wow, so it's been like a really long time since I've looked at this site. Like, and I'm currently now like flipping through all their like free fonts, and they have some really cool ones now. I feel like there's some stuff I have not seen.
Yeah,
like some really, really neat things here that make me want to do things like create a cover that I have not written a book for. So I should probably exit out of this page. Like stat, because God knows I've got enough projects I haven't finished.
Yeah, Golden Hand says, love the way Euphorogenic renders the lowercase a. This font, I love so much about it. I love the fact that like the caps are dropped slightly so that so you have the uppercase and then you've got the lowercase and they sit like this instead of like that. And like, just like that little stupid thing makes me happy. And then it's got kind of this like Old West vibe, but not quite. Like it just has a bunch of, and like everything that drops slightly, the T is a little bit longer. The weight is really fun in it. At the end of the day, it is just like, it's a serif font, but it is just quirky enough that I was like, this is the font that I always want my author name to be in forever, regardless of what it's going on.
It will never be anything else.
Yeah, no. Nope. Oh, hey, Carrie, thanks for joining. I feel that. That has been my life a lot lately. Not at 9:33, but at like midnight. Like, I wish I was asleep, but like, brain wants an adventure now.
I've had that happen. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to
Oh my
stop.
God. Speaking of, we'll get our next sprint going in just a minute. First of all, I'm going to choke on some tea. Don't mind me. But also, what kept me up last night was at like 11 o'clock at night. I was like, I should start playing Pokemon Go again. Does that
No,
even exist? Is it still a thing? Oh, it
no,
exists. And I'm
no.
playing Pokemon Go again.
That
I
is
need
not
to
good
get
for
my
you.
ass out of the house, Sandy.
Yeah, but still.
I know. But it ended up taking like 2 hours just to get into the account because I'm gonna give Niantic, the game producer, is that the right term? Anyways, I'm gonna give them credit because I emailed them and I was like, I literally only know what my trainer name was. I don't even know what email I was using or anything on this. Please help. And they were like, here's your login. Thank you so
Wow.
much. Yeah. Yeah. I was expecting it to be this whole nightmare. And basically, they were like, this was the email you used, and this was the type of login that you did. You should be able to figure it out from here. And I was like, yeah, actually, I can't figure it out from there. Thank you so much.
Wow. That's that's
Yeah.
that's that's actually very impressive. I feel like there are places where you could like lose a username or whatever and you'd just be out. You just
Right. That was my thought. That was going to be the thing that kept me from playing Pokemon Go again, but it turned out it was not an issue.
but now you can play it
Yeah.
successfully.
So now I'm going to like at least be like walking for a little bit every day. It's not all bad. It's not all bad, Sandy. I never leave the house anymore.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the
Yes.
work thing.
We're going to do one more sprint for 20 minutes. It is 9:36, so that is going to take us to 4 of the hour. We will see you guys then. Okay, that is it. That is time. What did you, Sandy?
I did good. I started creating the like cover sheet information page that I give the cover designer, which is not to say that I will have the whole thing completely outlined, but if I just have an idea of where I'm going, that would do it. That'd be fine. I could put
Yes.
What about you?
I wrote some more words. I think I wrote about 300 again. Got distracted by TikTok, and I was going to tell you something based on a TikTok I had watched, but now I don't remember what it was.
You're into the whole TikTok thing right now. I know hardly anything about. Like, I deleted my.
Not really. I've made a couple. I am trying to make more of them. I don't really understand it, but I'm just doing it. But I had gotten a notification that I had gotten a new follower, and the thing is that like when you get a notification for TikTok and you open it, it just automatically starts playing TikToks.
Yes, I think I recall this from when I had the app.
Yeah. So like immediately, I will give them credit for that. It does immediately suck you in. I have definitely immediately been like, that is the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life a few times. Today was a hack for how to do percentages. That was like, it was like, if you have the percentage, if you want to do 30% of 80, you just multiply 3 times 8 and you get 24, and that's the answer. And I'm like, that's literally just how you do percentages. Like,
yes,
all you did technically was shift the decimal on the other number. That's a basic, what is that, communicative? I don't remember the laws of math. I know all the laws of math because physics, but I don't remember the names of them. But like, this is this is the most basic. If you have any comprehension of math whatsoever, you should recognize
you should be able to do this.
3 times 80 is the same as 3 times 8.
that is very funny. Like, it's a hack, but it's totally not a hack. It's just how it's done.
Yes. Like, how were you guys taught how to do percentages? Because this is just it. And of course, it's one of those things, it's like when they try to trash Common Core because they take a formula, or they take an equation that is deliberately very easy in the American traditional way and very difficult in the Common Core way. But it's just because they cherry pick the equation to make it seem as ridiculous as possible. And that's this 30% of 80 as well. Like, if it had been anything other than 2 numbers that were tens, I guess is the right way of saying it, then it wouldn't have made any sense. If it had been like 25% of 80, or if it had been 30% of 85, the hack wouldn't have made any sense.
Oh, I'm way too tired to think about math.
No, you don't have to. Although 25% of 80 is, of course, 20, because that's just knowing that 25% is a quarter. But
I'm also suddenly wondering, like, did I learn Common Core? How was I taught?
So most people who are naturally good at math without calculators, I'm having this weird issue right now where my dress is somehow tied to itself. There we go. I don't mind me. Also, that was our last sprint for the evening. We're going to have a bit of a ramble now, me and Sandy, because that's what we do at the end of our shows. But if you guys are looking for more sprints, we are not going to give them to you. But like, if you want to keep going with our rambles, you are welcome to. It'll just be a couple more minutes and then we're done. But yeah. Anyways, so most people who are naturally good at math without calculators who you can give them like 57 plus 62 and they can pretty much immediately come up with an answer. That was a very basic one, but like, I don't, if you're really good at like, here's a good example. That was like not so good, but like if you take like 57 plus 69 and you automatically either change it to 56 plus 80, is that correct? Was that the numbers? Did I say 57 plus 79?
I think you said 57 plus 69.
Okay, so if you have 57 plus 69 and your automatic instinct is either to like move that one over so that it's 56 plus 70, or if your automatic instinct is to just do 50 plus 60 and 7 plus 9 and add those two numbers together, that's Common Core.
So this is like a mental math strategy?
It is, yes, absolutely. It's just Common Core is about figuring out the hacks to make the math easier to do in your head. So you're not like carrying ones and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, then I for sure was not taught Common Core. No, that's
No,
not true. I
nobody.
remember like once or twice having like a here, this is how to make mental math easier kind
Yeah,
of thing.
nobody in our generation was taught it. It's one of those things where like not in the United States, I should say. This is apparently how they have been teaching math in Asian countries for like centuries or
So this is why
whatever.
like nobody in our generation can do quick math.
Exactly. And then they're like, it drives me nuts because you have these people who are our age or older. Sandy and I are in that like in between nightmare of millennial and Gen X.
Yeah.
People our age and older getting pissed that they don't know how to do math and now they don't know how to help their kids with math. Well, like you already didn't know how to do math. So do you even have like a leg to stand on? Like maybe you should just learn how to do math with your kids. Maybe the way you were taught how to do math didn't work, and therefore you should try what your kids learning instead. But yeah, so that's all Common Core is figuring out those hacks to make it easier instead of being something that is faster to do on paper. Because like carrying things around doesn't work on paper. It works in your brain, but it doesn't work on paper.
This makes me feel very inadequate. Like I've somehow totally missed a bunch of math that I should have gotten, even though I did a lot of math. But that could also be because it's 10 o'clock at night and I really probably have to go to bed.
Well, and also because you really don't need a lot of that math.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's rare that you really like. It's really handy for me. It was really handy, especially as a waitress, when I would have to like do tip out at the end of the day and I could automatically tell you what 15% was because I could figure out 10% and then half of that and then add those two numbers together and that's 15%. Woo! But it's not, it's all stuff that you could do with a calculator anyways. It is mostly just handy if you are working a job where you might just randomly have to come up with numbers. Where like, if you're working a job that some math is involved and you're in a meeting and you're talking about like which strategy is going to work better and you can automatically say what those numbers are, that's really handy. But for most people, you don't have situations like that.
Yeah. Most of us can just use a calculator.
Yeah. And then there's always some idiot who doesn't know how to do math and doesn't believe you even though you've proven it over and over and over again. And they're like, well, let me get out my calculator. Okay, yes, what you said is correct. Or like there will be like a 5% discrepancy because it'll be like, I don't know if you're aware of this, but like the real easy hack with going between Fahrenheit and Celsius is just remembering to add or subtract 32 and then divide or multiply by 2. It's technically 9/5 instead of 2. But if you just use 2, it's a lot easier math. You're just going to be a couple degrees off. But like, when you're trying to figure out what 20 degrees Celsius is, if it's what 20 degrees Celsius would be, am I going to do this right? It'd be 32, 40, it'd be 40 plus 32, that's 72 degrees. And so if it's actually like 69 degrees, does it make a difference? But you'll absolutely get those people who be like, actually, it's 69 degrees. So it's fine.
And these are the kinds of rambles we go on.
I'm just also curious if I did that math right, because I wasn't, let's see, 20 C in Fahrenheit. Yes, it is 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice. Chloe, I got to end our session today.
Yeah,
or
we
at
need
least
to
I
go.
have to bow
Let's
out.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So if you guys you're not going to continue it, are you? No, we're ending.
No, we're done.
Okay. So yeah, so everybody should get the hell out of here. And
yeah, please go.
See you next week. But thank you for joining us and enjoying our evening rambles.
Yes, we will definitely be back next Wednesday. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then.
Right.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.